Hello friends, welcome to BISP Solution. My name is Lokesh Gandhi. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to import opportunity using the macro file provided by Oracle. Steps for download the macro for importing the opportunities. Sign in to support.oracle.com, search for this article number. In the details section, download the jar file and macro file to the same directory on your desktop and make sure Java is installed on your computer. Opportunity import step. We use two different Excel macro to import opportunity into stages. First one is use the opportunity import macro to import opportunity minus the revenue line. That is, in this macro file, you cannot import the revenue lines. And the second one is use the opportunity revenue line import macro to import the revenue line. In this session, we go with the first one, and second one we will cover in our upcoming session. Let's move on to the Oracle support website. I am already logged in. In search area, you can see the article number, search for that. Scroll down in details section, download this .jar file over here and download the opportunity macro file. Opportunity import macro file over here. Before you start, make sure the Excel macro file and jar file you downloaded from here are in the same directory. You can see here, both files are in the same directory on the desktop. Let's open the opportunity import macro. Click on enable editing. Let's start with the status worksheet. If you want to modify opportunity status, then enter the status code and statuses in the appropriate column. And if you want to modify the win-loss region, then click on the win-loss region worksheet and enter the values and codes in the appropriate columns. Let's now move on the competitor. On the competitor worksheet, click on the populate competitor from server. Let's copy the host name, move to the application, copy the host name from the URL between the HTTP and the /, copy and paste it over here. Let's enter the username. Let's enter the password. Click on submit. The competitor worksheet is populated with the competitor and their IDs. The macro use this list of validate your entries in the opportunity worksheet. Let's click on the resource email to ID mapping. Click on the populate resource attribute from server. Click on submit. This process populate the worksheet with the information about the resources you will assign as the owner of the opportunities you are importing. This worksheet populate with the resource data. If you want to import additional fields and including the custom field, then click on the attribute mapping. Click on fetch attribute from server. Click on submit. Okay. In the empty row, let's enter the attribute from the attribute name list. Let's select one of them. Click on update flag. This attribute display as the column heading in the opportunity worksheet. This name display only in the macro. Let's have a look. Click on opportunity worksheet. Click on update header. Okay. See the attribute displayed over here. Let's enter the currency code. Now let's enter the opportunity data. Opportunity number. Leave this required column blank. The macro generates the opportunity number automatically using the date and time. Skip this. Opportunity name. Let's enter the opportunity name. Account number. In the account number, you can copy the account number from the macro you used to import account. Let's move on to the import macro folder. We have already imported the account in our previous video. So please watch my previous video so that you can copy the account number. Let's open the account import macro. Copy this account number. And paste it over here. Owner email. Let's enter the email of the opportunity owner. The email must be one of the email address on the resource email to ID mapping worksheet. Let's move on to the email to mapping worksheet. Copy this owner email. Paste it over here. Win probability. Let's enter the win probability. Expected date close. Let's enter the expected close date in the MMDDYY format. The expected close date determines which forecast includes the opportunity. Status. Using the list of the value, select one of the status available on the worksheet. You can also enter the status manually. We go with the open. Skip the win-loss resources. Primary competitor. Select the primary competitor from the list of the value and enter one of the valid company name manually. Right now we skip this. Let's enter the creation date. You can insert the creation date in the MMDDYY format. Let's enter the last update date. Created by. Enter the party number of the user who created the opportunity. You can copy the party number from the resource email to ID mapping worksheet. copy this party number and paste it over here. Last update by. Let's enter the email ID of the owner. Copy this email ID and paste it in last update by user. I done with my entries. Click on the create import activity in order to generate opportunity number. Click on submit. After the import activity gets submitted successfully, you can monitor the import progress by clicking the import activity. The file import activity was submitted successfully. Click OK. Let's click on the activity detail in order to monitor the progress. The status is importing data. Click on refresh in order to change the status of the importing data. The status changed to completing import activity. Click on refresh, that's completed. The import progress gets completed. You can generate a log file by clicking on generate log button. Click on that. A log file gets created. Click on OK. Let's check whether opportunity gets imported or not. Let's click on the opportunity tab. You can see here opportunity gets imported. Click on that. This is the summary of imported opportunity. This is the contact information. This is the team information. You can add the team member over here by clicking this tab. And you can see many more information about this opportunity. This is how you can import the opportunity using the macro file provided by the Oracle. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much.